Hey guys, I'm Cubus and this is my review of Battlefield 4. Let's start with game's gameplay and design. It's focused on multiplayer mode, but it has a single player campaign as well. The best way to describe it is that I played it when I first got the game, completed it, including replaying the last level 2 more times, and now I have almost no recollection what was it about. I have some blurry memories about USA fighting against China, but the story is so shallow that you don't remember it later, as it is with Bioshock or The Last of Us. You could say it's a little long tutorial to multiplayer modes that rewards you with an unlockable weapon to it for seeing each of 3 endings. That's why I played the last level 3 times. And the multiplayer is where Battlefield shines. The most important thing about it is that it concentrates on teamwork, and it does it very well. You can play it as Assault, the class that has first aid kit and defibrillator, and without killing a single enemy get a very high score at the end of the match. Playing the objective and teamwork are key to winning a match, and I love it. Usually when you play with random players it's a little less teamwork, but if 4 people team up to create a well-balanced working squad, it can drastically tip the balance of the match in favor of their team. There are lots of things I can praise the design for, like very complex unlocking system, including good old experience grind, earning battle packs and completing assignments. I could praise the balance between classes, gear and gadgets, or how DICE interacts with community to make Battlefield 4 better with every single patch. But as I don't want this review to be 60 minutes long, let me just get to the few things I really don't like about the design of this game. First I have to talk about maps. As many other players, I think that DICE went the wrong way since Bad Company 2. Back then most of the environment was fully destructible, and it was great because the maps were constantly changing during the match. Introducing urban maps, where most of the environment is indestructible, I presume because of the hardware limitations, you get a game that's a lot like Battlefield 2. And when I really enjoy playing on Gonmud Railway, I hate maps like Siege on Shanghai and Operation Locker. If I would like to play a shooter with static environment, I would go and play Call of Duty or something like that. The Revolution tries to compensate for it, but I don't think it does on most of the maps. And while I'm on bad decisions made since Battlefield Bad Company 2, there is one more thing. Jets. They are completely useless. Most of the time they just fly around and fight between each other and don't really interact with the rest of the battlefield. Unfortunately, these 2 design flaws are quite big, and that's why I'm going to rate it on 8 points. When it comes to technical side of the game, Battlefield 4 is one of the games that convinced me that this channel is needed. When it first launched, both servers and game were so buggy it was almost unplayable. The situation got worse with each of the 3 first expansion packs, forcing DICE to delay another 2 to work about their issues. It took time, but after 18 months of support, this game is a technical game. Playing on my PS4 with the latest game update, I didn't notice any frame drops or lags. The game can easily cope with 64 players on the map without any visible issues. I could only wish that all games were initially released with such level of technical polish as Battlefield 4 is right now. Although there are some minor issues about loading on the beginning of the map, as sometimes it takes a few seconds for the game to load high resolution textures and sound effects, right now it's a very solid online experience that I reward with 8 points. But as a reward for developers' hard work and to encourage them before the release of Star Wars Battlefront, I'm going to give them 1 extra point, making it 9 out of 10 for technicalities. When it comes to marketing, I've got mixed things about Battlefield 4. I don't like it that DICE and EA charge you another $50 to your already $60 game if you bought it new without any discounts. On top of that, they do offer some microtransactions for unlocks, but as these are not forced down your throat by a ridiculous unlock curve, I can live with it. On the other hand, when the game was still unplayable, they postponed release of another expansions to focus on patching servers and the game itself. Right now they are working on another free map designed with the help of community, and already gave a new game mode and additional weapons for free, even for people without any DLCs. But even without all the expansion packs, Battlefield 4 is packed with content. It has many game modes and maps, lots of weapons and gadgets. All that makes it a really good deal, especially now when you can get this game for a fraction of its original price. Overall, it's a good game that you can expand, but you are not forced to do it. If the premium was free, I would rate this part of the game on 10 points. If it was about $25 compared to current 50, I would rate it at 8 points. When you had to spend $50 on it, I would rate it on 6, but I'm going to give it 7 for the amount of content in the game, and that premium isn't really necessary. All things considered, it's a very good game. It's a prime example why it's worth not to pre-order the games, but wait a few months after the release, so you can get it on sale, and get it in the right condition as it was supposed to be on day one. That's all for today, and if you liked this review, don't forget to subscribe this channel and to follow Is It Patched on Facebook.